I'm a Jedi. I'm not meant to be expendable. You are to me. Hey guys, welcome back to BrokeNbricks. Today, we're looking at not one, but two LEGO Star Wars sets, which are actually kind of intended to go together in a very dark and messed up way. Shame on you, LEGO. We have the Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter, and then we have the ARC-170 Starfighter. So we're going to start with the smaller one, and we're going to review them after each bag, and at the end of the video we're going to rank both of them on a tier list, where I'm going to be ranking all of the sets I review on the channel. So let's get started with the Microfighter. So after building bag one, we have Plo Koon and half of the Microfighter. This is what it looks like underneath, and there is a clip here for Plo Koon's lightsaber, so that can just attach there so you can store it when he's not using it. We've got the two engines on the back. These two curved blue pieces on the front are new to me. It's like the standard 1x4 curved slope piece, but it's got a wedge on the front. So that just helps gives the Microfighter the triangular pointed shape of the Jedi Starfighter. Here we have Plo Koon, who hasn't appeared since 2014, and this minifigure is absolutely fantastic, and it's such a massive upgrade over the last one. The head of the last one was really kind of vertically stretched. It looked like it had his head put in a trash compactor. This one has a solid plastic head instead of rubber, and it's really well detailed, especially on the side here with what you would approximate to be his ears, I guess. They look really good with all the circular patterns, and we have these ridges as well on the back of his head, and you can just about see he's got the kind of tubes connecting up to his mask. And his mask and eyepieces are dual molded in the pearl dark grey colour, and it looks really, really good. The printing for the robes is quite plain and simple, but it's really good quality, and the belt as well is very detailed. This is obviously the best part about the set, and I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. So with bag 2 we have completed the Microfighter, and we also have unfortunately just the head of R7D4. So we can sit Plo down at the back here, and now he's ready to fly and get shot down and perish. The overall shaping of the Microfighter is really nice. We've got the fin in the back here, and you can see the pattern from the top view there. It looks really good with all the wedge plates and tiles that they used. On each wing we have one of the tile shooters, which do unfortunately stick out quite a bit. I think it would have been better if they could have found a way to put them on the underside. And we can go ahead and test these out on a poor unsuspecting battle droid. Sorry about that, I managed to miss every single shot on the droid and I ran out of the tiles. But overall for a Microfighter this is really impressive. They've done a really good job of capturing the Jedi Starfighter in the Microfighter style. It's also somehow bigger than I was expecting. It just, I don't know, it just has a larger footprint than what I thought just from looking at pictures of the box. And my only real criticism with this entire set is that R7D4 is just a head. And there's plenty of detail, but it is just essentially a recolored astromech head. You'll see it's the exact same as the one from the ARC-170, it's just in a different colour. So I am happy to get this, it's just, we're just missing the body. Anyway, it's time for Plo Koon to meet his demise. So I've completed bag 1, which has given us Oddball and R4P44, and we have the base of the ARC-170 and the whole wing mechanism. So how this works is there's this sliding beam in the back here, which you can push from either side, and that moves this Technic beam in the middle, left and right, and then that is connected to these black beams on the bottom, which you can see them moving in opposite directions, and then they open and close these black Technic joints, which is where the wings are going to attach. So you can see here That'll be for when the wings are open, and then that's for when they're closed. This is my first time seeing how this mechanism works. When the set came out, I didn't watch any reviews showing how it's built properly. And I am really impressed with it. This is quite simple but effective. Here is Oddball. He's in the opening scene of Revenge of the Sith, and this is the first time that we've ever had him as a minifigure. I'm not sure if the helmet mold is different to the older ones, but it does look really nice. And Oddball's helmet is unique with the black stripe here, and then this little yellow and black symbol here. Taking off the helmet, you can see his face. The visor is printed on. There isn't any head printing on the back, which I think is a bit of a missed opportunity to get a different facial expression. The torso is really well detailed, especially with the control box for the life support system. The printing for the tubes looks really good, and it lines up very nicely with the helmet. And here's what he looks like from the back. Printing on the legs is really nice. I just think it looks really awkward from the sides. I think these should have been dual molded legs because he is supposed to be wearing the white boots. But once you see it from the side, it does not look at all like he's wearing boots because the grey printing just cuts off. But apart from the legs not being dual molded, I really like this minifigure, and it's really nice to see these clone pilots finally getting an update. Here we have R4P44, and his printing is quite typical for an astromech droid. It's just got the highlights are all in the dark green colour instead. And the head is dark green with silver printing that goes all the way around. So back to we built up a lot more of the main body of the ship, and this is where there's space for two pilots here, and the one on the front has a printed control panel as well as these blue lights on the side. This spot in the middle is going to be for where the astromech droid goes, and the one at the back is for the gunner. And I do think these turrets look a little bit short. They definitely could have benefited from adding an extra couple of pieces just to make them a little bit longer. There are two stickers on either side just to give some extra details. And then we've also added these larger round pieces to start building up the engines. So with Bag 3 we have finished up the main body of the ship. All that's left to do is the wings. The stickers on the canopy pieces were kind of a nightmare, and you could tell like the colour of it compared. These are supposed to both be white, but this one it looks almost grey, so the colour matching is really bad. These really should have been printed. Having 3 stickers on these is really not fun, but they can all open up, and then you can see we finished the front cockpit. This one uses one of those divider pieces that goes between the minifigure's legs rather than just studs to hold them down. And there is also a control panel in the front. The nose is built really well. I like how this sticker blends with this tile. And there's some nice building techniques inside to get this whole nose section finished. We've also finished the engines, and these are definitely way too small. I've seen quite a lot of upgrades where these are made to be 6 studs in diameter, so I'll probably end up doing one of those. But they do look pretty good from the back with the pink thrusters coming out. And going back up to the top, we have the space where you can fit the astromech droid. And then you close it back down. So it looks like it's integrated into the Starfighter, and this is kind of necessary because if you don't have the astromech droid there, then there's just kind of a hole in the ship, and the 2 pilots would probably get sucked out into space. I'm really liking this set so far, so let's go ahead and finish it with Bag 4. So we have the finished ARC-170, and I really like how this looks. We can, if we slide the beam across, we can open up the wings. And the mechanism's really smooth, and I really like how it works and how it looks. The smaller wings are all identical, and I did not realise that this round piece was printed. I thought I was going to have to do stickers on all of those, so that was a pleasant surprise. And with the wings open, you can see some extra inside detail with this sticker here. And the larger wings do look really nice with the red section here and the nice rounded edge. Underneath the wing we have the spring-loaded shooters on top of the cannons, and I do like how the cannon has the end being in dark brown instead of just black. But unfortunately, compared to the actual model, these cannons are way too small. They should probably extend all the way to about here, so they're in line with the nose of the ship. So with these cannons in the front and the ones on the back, like I said earlier, it does seem to be a problem with this set that all of the guns are way too small. And to show you how the spring-loaded shooters work, it is finally time to execute Order 66 on Plo Koon. And that is the main reason that I wanted to review these sets together, just because they are kind of supposed to go together, which is kind of funny, but it is unfortunate that the Plo Koon's one is just a Microfighter instead of the full Starfighter. I'm just going to go over Captain Jag really quickly because he is identical to Oddball apart from the helmet. He has the blue markings instead. Those look really nice and they also continue onto the chin area. And the same again for the clone pilot. He has a red and yellow design on his helmet, and this is the standard clone pilot. So this is what all of the kind of non-named clones would look like. But on the whole, all the pilot minifigures in this set look really nice, and the updated design looks really impressive. So we're back on the tier list, and let's do Plo Koon's Microfighter first. I think this is also A tier, and I think it's better than Captain Rex's Y-Wing. This would probably be S tier if it included the body for the astromech droid. But for a Microfighter, it's a really good build. It really captures the shape of the Starfighter well, and the Plo Koon minifigure is absolutely fantastic. Another thing I think that gives it the edge over the Captain Rex Microfighter is that Plo Koon is new for this Microfighter. As good as the Captain Rex is, it is essentially a recycled minifigure. The ARC-170, I like it a lot more than I was expecting to. But I don't think it's quite A tier, but it's definitely going at the top of B tier. After building it and holding it, I am totally fine with the price. I think the full price of 60 is a tiny bit much, but for the amount of stuff that you get, I don't think it's too bad. And besides, it is on discount a lot. I got mine for 25% off. All the clone pilot minifigures are really good. They would have been better with dual molded legs. I think that is kind of needed to get across the idea that they're wearing the white boots. And the astromech droid is really good too. It's just that the engines and the cannons are way too small, but aside from that, it is a really good set. Though as much as I do want to put it as a low A tier, I do think it has to go in B tier, and I do think it is better than Ahsoka's Interceptor, so yeah, we're going to put it at the top of B tier. Overall, these sets are really good. I like the ARC-170 a lot more than I was expecting to. I think the main problems is just the engines and the guns being too small, and then also the stickers were a little bit annoying to apply. But on the whole, it's a really solid set, and I think the Plo Koon Microfighter is probably one of the best Microfighters that we've ever had. Anyway, that's it from me, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Good, Anakin, good. Subscribe. Subscribe now.
I should.
Do it.